didn't mean it.
Now, since we last spoke to you about the website, I don't know if you actually went in and looked at some analytics, because I know you wanted to gather information from various law firms on their website performance, but
Yeah.
I think we were averaging something like 50, just over 50 visitors a day, unique visitors a day,
Yeah.
when we spoke to you last, and now it's more like 150.
That's fantastic.
So that's in, I don't know, 12 months maybe?
That's a big improvement, isn't it?
Not as long as that.
Not as long as that.
Okay, so there you are now. Let's have a look and go do last
Okay,
month.
yeah.
So that's pretty good. 4,500 visits a month, 7,000 page views, which is good. It's nearly double, so everyone on your site is having a proper look at it. So that's encouraging. Just shut that down. Let's have a look at that. Spousal maintenance. So you've got some keywords in here that are producing for you quite, reasonable volumes. That spousal maintenance, that's a lot of traffic each month. So spousal maintenance UK, good traffic. So what you should do with good traffic is make sure they're getting what they want. So look at that. We've got a picture, which is good. We got you up there. We got your blog articles, spousal maintenance, and just proof that you can beat some big boys all around you, which is what I love about website marketing. And we land on the page, and you've got details of how they can assess spousal maintenance. And the only thing I'd say is I'd put the phone number in bold. I'd finish off the end of this page because it's getting so much traffic. As well as putting conclusion, I'd have a subheading next saying free initial inquiry. Rather than if this article is posing questions, just if you want any advice about spousal maintenance, call for a free no obligation discussion on 0845 or email, or fill in our inquiry form and link through to a page with the inquiry form on it. So I know it's up here, but by the time I'm down the bottom, it's too far away. Have you got an inquiry form on your? You've got one there, so just link me through to that page. I don't call it a contact us page, call it a free inquiry, just to make sure they understand there's not going to suddenly be a charge here. And then off you go. I send your message. I change that to send your free inquiry to Blanchards Law. So you're just stressing that this isn't going to cost them. And once you speak with them, you'll be able to see if you can help them, explain your charges, and go from there. But the important thing is to say initial inquiry is completely free of charge.
Okay.
So that's really helpful having your analytics, because that sort of thing, when you're getting nearly 400 people a month landing on that page, that's a really good volume. I'd want to get them, make sure they are getting in touch with us, because once you speak to them and find out what their needs are, I'm sure you can, those you can help quickly and point them in the right direction. Those that you can't, you can explain what they can do, and away you go. So nice to go into the details straight away. But that's where your money is. That's where your money is. Go where the traffic's already coming to you, and make your page work that much better. And even if if at the moment you're getting two inquiries a month from that page, if you work on that page, it might be 10 in a month. And for very little changes, you're suddenly generating a lot more instructions or inquiries, which you'll then convert into instructions. I'd be inclined on that page as well, probably to swap the, I think I've probably mentioned before, change that to send a free inquiry. Is that going to live chat, or is that going, can I fill it in?
Yeah, that just comes to Pelham as well.
Not live chat.
Is it a live chat there? It's an inquiry. Oh, okay, that's fine. Okay, so in that case, I'd be inclined to say, free no obligation inquiry. And they do that, and they fill in that bit. Do they have to go to the next page as well? Nothing like having a marketing guy break your website, is there? Great, okay. I would only say that on that second page, I felt like I might have to go on with this for a long time because it says next again. So I changed that second button to send free inquiry.
Cool.
Because I suddenly, if I get to that second page, think, oh, what, another one, and then another one. But I like the way it's two-stage, and what I particularly like is what's clever about it is you're not asking for personal details at first, you're asking for subjects and details. They go through to this bit. They've already started the process, so they're now much more likely to give you their personal details. Whereas if you put it all in one place, sometimes people won't even start it. So it's quite subtle, that. I like that. So yeah, I just changed that to send free inquiry and changed this free no obligation inquiry. And I'd remove that search our blog and put it further down the page. Latest tweets, I'd take that off if you're not tweeting.
I am tweeting.
Ah,
Why isn't it? I don't know why it's not turning up.
yeah, I can't answer that one.
That's really weird, isn't it?
But you know, again, that's not really something. That's something that's more likely to distract and take someone off the page. Whereas what I'd rather see there is testimonials that's more likely to convert someone into a client or a prospect. Because once you've got them on this page and they've typed in a search and they've landed on it, they're quite focused on finding this answer. So what I'm seeing here are two opportunities for them suddenly to get distracted. And you know how the world is so easily distracted these days. Someone answers their email, they go on Facebook. So you're giving them a chance to potentially get distracted there. That's not as bad, but this one obviously could send them off all over the place. Suddenly they're listening to Philip Schofield's latest tweet about his latest program, and they've forgotten all about the spousal maintenance issue they had 20 minutes ago. They've got completely distracted. So maybe not that simple, but that's the only trouble with those sorts of links. They send people off your site, away from it potentially. So whereas if someone's landed on here, you've done the hard work now, you've got them to the page, your job now is to convert them into getting in touch with you. So that should have testimonials, proof of your expertise, family panel members, SRA regulation, all that sort of thing. So consent order, that's a very wide term, isn't it? Wow, look here, there you are. And look, I mean, this picture makes it stand out so much better than all the others. But what a term to be found for. Order of inheritance, joint custody. So anything that you're getting decent volume on, it's worth spending some time then trying to make that page work better at generating inquiries. And then when you get the inquiries through, does this form tell you which page they were on when they filled in the form?
No, I don't think it does it?
You might be able to make it do that, which is also very useful information, because suddenly you see that people are coming in on a different page. It alerts you to the fact that something else is working for you on a traffic basis, so you can go back through this process of saying, okay, well, they've already found us, but we're not really doing the maximum on that page. Let's tweak it, make it work better, get some more leads in. So how many leads are you generating at the moment from your website? If the traffic's gone up to 4,000, let's work on the universally quoted 2%, which is usually too high. You should be getting 80 leads, or 80 inquiries of some sort, or maybe down to about 20.
Over what time period?
A month.
20 a month? Probably.
Yeah. I'd say 20 months.
Over
That
puts
puts
the it's set up for actions. I don't events, actions,
goals.
goal completions. I'm sorry. Yes. So that records the
forms.
web forms,
Yeah.
but not the phone.
Not the phone calls. No. I mean, that's why it's important you run a spreadsheet and review it every month when you sit down and have your practice review meeting, which I'm sure you do. You sit down and say, okay, how many web visitors this month? How many page views? How many inquiries web? How many inquiries web and telephone? And then look at that percentage, because you said if they're about 20, you're currently converting at about 0.5%. If you make changes to each of your pages, you should be able to get that up to at least 1%. So just by changing these pages, you can double your number of inquiries. That's how powerful, making simple changes can be. So those changes I suggested, if you change that on the title on the form, change page 2 on the form, send free inquiry, then that will help. If you move the blog thing and move the tweets down, put some testimonials on each page underneath the free inquiry form, that will help as well. Because search conversion does vary, but I've seen a lot of different sites in all sorts of different sectors as well as legal, and often they come out at around 1%. So 1% for you would be a good improvement, be a good 40 inquiries.
That'd have paid for a few £60 a month, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it just? Well, hopefully you're seeing that already from what you've done first time round. If you're getting the 20 inquiries, that's the whole idea. I want this service to be self-funded. That's the idea. And then I want you to tell all your legal friends about it and say, you've really got to do this, because that Nick's a great bloke. Okay? And that's the reciprocation part.
He even puts up with 2 missed meetings.
Yeah. From all sorts, all parts of the world.
Yes.
You jet setter, you. So those are, there's some easy changes there relatively. You've got a web designer that works with you that you're happy with?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Great. So, they're relatively straightforward changes you can make, and they should make a difference. I mean, I'd even be inclined to say, you've got quite a bit of white space up here. You could close that down a bit so that when someone, because you've got quite a big header graphic, so if someone's on a small viewing screen, they might only be seeing down to about here. If they're on an iPad or if they're on a small laptop. So if you can clear some of that white space and move these boxes up so that the free inquiry is right at the top of that page, starts there, then, and I'm reading the copy from here, it just makes me much more likely to stay on the page and keep looking.
Yeah, we just got a quote to actually have this website rejigged to become responsive to the medium that the viewer is using. So whether on an iPad or a
Right.
iPhone, I think it's dynamic or responsive.
Yeah. I mean, most people, when they're looking for a lawyer, to be fair, are either going to be using a laptop or an iPad at the most. I don't think you're probably going to choose your family solicitor on an iPhone.
No, but certainly there's over half the traffic is on some type of mobile device. So probably an iPad, but
yeah. But I definitely, before doing that, I'd make the changes to the site overall and the free inquiry and everything else we've talked about, and and assess that for a month and see what it does to your conversion rate. It should definitely go up. But it's important to track that. It's important every month to say, okay, what was our traffic for April? So that you're measuring it, making sure it's going up. What were the lead inquiries? Is that how many did we convert? What's our conversion rate? So I always say there's no treasure without measure. You need to measure these things to make sure that it's going in the right direction, and also just alerts you to any potential problems before they become a problem. This is front-end measuring as opposed to profit cost. Measuring and budgeting is obviously right at the very back end. These sorts of things can ensure that the back end takes care of itself more or less.
Okay.
Do you have any other questions?
Any other nuggets? I don't know whether we've got any questions. No, I think really what prompted it was the fact, reaching out to you was just because the volume has increased. And
yeah, that's great.
Didn't seem the goals
and is that
not in same proportions.
Yes, well there you go. You know, that's because you're definitely getting some targeted traffic. Some of the ones, obviously, you're so you know, when we saw consent order and stuff, that's not really what you're looking for traffic wise, because it's likely to be lawyers and it's not very client focused. But spousal maintenance obviously is right in the right position. Joint custody, that's obviously going to be relevant. Contact order, enforcement of contact order. So all of those things are working. So
what about this not provided?
Yes, it's painful, isn't it? It's hard to it's just saying it hasn't picked up what they've typed in, and there's a way that you can sort of try and learn out of what's going in, but generally, that's just everything that they haven't worked out what it is. They lump together, and it's usually the biggest number, but made up of one here, one there, two there, one here. So these are the ones the bigger ones are the ones to focus on.
Okay.
Well done for changes, and well done for seeing results already. And is that from regular blogging? Do you think that the traffic's coming from?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I've been told. That's what's putting traffic into the right. So I have tried to write more about those things that people are looking for.
Yes.
The consent order stuff is actually about people trying to set aside a consent order that they've entered into. So the article that I've done is about challenging, and that's why it's coming up when people search for it, because they want to know if they have to be bound by an agreement they made at court. So
right.
By far, I think that and spousal maintenance, those are the ones where I get the most inquiries about, because there isn't a lot on the net about challenging consent orders or detail about spousal maintenance orders.
Brilliant. And as you've seen blogging working for you, if you get to the point that you're too busy doing all of the work that it's generating, but it's working and you want to keep growing it, you can always outsource the copywriting for blogs to make sure that it happens with or without you. I'm into making things automated, so you can get a copywriter.
It's hard to know who to go to for that.
I've got someone I can introduce you to. I've got a couple of people.
Okay, great. Most of the time the copy is of really poor quality and you spend so much time amending it that you may as well do it yourself.
Yeah.
It's just self-defeating.
I suppose the thing is, consistency is key when it comes to blogging, and if you get through a very busy period, with the beauty of WordPress is someone can write the blog, put it up, and then you can check it while it's up there, so you can check it live, press submit, and it goes live, and there's much more chance of that happening, whereas if you've got to sit down, write it, and edit it, it's less likely to happen. So the consistency is the key with blogging. So I'll send you.
I'm definitely under a lot of pressure at the moment in terms of work, so I know the blogging has gone a bit.
Yeah.
So it'd be good.
Well, try it. I'll send you a first introduction. If that doesn't work, let me know, and I'll send you another. With any supply, you often have to try a couple until you think, yes, okay, this fits now, this works. So I've got quite a few, so I'll send you one and see how you get on. If that doesn't work, don't give up. Find one that does work.
Thanks, Nick. That's great.
Cool.
Good.
Anything else? I've got a few things to get on with there anyway.
Good. Yeah. No. Well, let me know. Keep me updated. I love to hear when things are working. So please do share. Share on LinkedIn. Our LinkedIn group. Have you joined, both of you? Are you on there?
Are we on LinkedIn?
On the marketing solicitors group. As you log into the private zone, there's a link through. If you join from there, I'll approve you. And I'm trying to get you talking a bit more to each other, because I'd like a bit more interaction, because I've got some really good people on there like you, and the more I can get you talking and sharing, I think the better it will become.
That was a compliment. Tell me, what I am interested in is how is the performance of our website measure against other?
At that level of traffic, it's good. It's good. I'd say anything from I'd be looking for at least 3,000 a month. So you've beaten that. And to get to 4,000 is good. I'd say you'd probably struggle to get past 12,000. But that's just based on what I've seen so far. I'd be delighted for you to prove me wrong. I have got other niches that are up to sort of above 12,000. But they are, regularly adding new content, and they have outsourced and automated, as I've ordered and told them to do so numerous times, and they get the results. Because your job is to look after your clients, so you need to get the marketing done for you as much as you can, so you can concentrate on that. Interestingly, on your I was going to say that was all. Look, that's how big the gap should be at the top there. When you scroll down, you don't need any more than that, do you? That's perfect.
No.
But for some reason, that only does that when I get to the bottom of the page.
Still no tweets as well.
No, still no tweets.
I think maybe it's on the home page. You go to the home page, is it there? And the tweets there.
No. That's where it should be. I'd only have that at the bottom of each page. Right down underneath the free inquiry, the proof of expertise, testimonials, and then you can have those links at the bottom. I wouldn't do any more than that, really. I don't want them leaving your site until they filled in that form there.
Okay, good.
All right,
good.
Lovely. I'll send you the link to this video when it's uploaded shortly. Nice to speak with you both again.
Awesome. Hey, thanks so much, Nick.
Keep in touch. Keep me updated.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Cheers.